all of you viewers out there. Welcome back to the second installment of Will It Burn? I am your host, Jimmy Cockthistle, along with my partner,
Robert Cumbiscuit.
And we have a special guest today. Please introduce yourself.
Special K!
Special K, yeah, that's right. He comes all the way from Argentina. As you can see, his speech is a little different than ours, but we like to respect people here on the channel. Now, today on our second installment, we will be looking at another fast food joint we're called Taco Bell. Now, Mr. Cumbiscuit, why don't you tell the audience here what we got from Taco Bell today?
Alright, so we got the wild naked chicken chalupa. We got the 2 soft tacos included in the combo meal. We got some Baja Blast.
Alright, that sounds really good, really good. Now, how much did the ensemble cost?
$5.39 before tax.
$5.39 before tax. That is a very good deal. As you can see, we got 2 tacos, we got a chicken chalupa, and we got ourselves a nice little refreshing drink. So, tastes very good. Now, let's get into the big segment, the taste segment. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel and new to the series, what we're going to do is we're going to pass each one of these objects around, including the drink, and we are going to test them on 2 things, their texture and their taste. The texture can be minused out of the drink because it's liquid and we're not fucking stupid. So, let's pass this around and see what we get. Alright, so now let's get to our taste test.
Alright.
Now, first thing we're going to start off here is the chicken chalupa, correct?
Yep.
So this is the chicken chalupa. Zach, if you would like a piece here, I'll give you the corn. So, now, on the count of 3, we'll all take a good bite. 1, 2, 3! Mmm. Woo! Keep in mind, we have the wild chicken chalupa, so it's very hot. I can taste that.
It's very good.
Very good. Very good. Alright, put back on the tray. Alright. Now, let's all finish our food here. Alright, now that we've eaten the chicken chalupa, now it's time to rate it on our scale. Our scale consists of 2 factors, taste and texture, both between 1 and 10. Adding these up together will give us the final total of the score that each one of the judges here gives to the food. Now, Mr. Cumbiscuit, what would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10 for the texture?
The texture wasn't very good. It was kind of mushy, you know, like when you expect like a fried chicken, you expect to like get a good bite, like get a little crunch, and it was kind of mushy, you know, like you just bite into it. I didn't really like it, so I'm gonna have to give it a 6 for those reasons.
Give it a 6. All right, that's not too bad. That's above the 50 percentile. Now, what about the taste?
The taste was really good though. The sauce was really out there. You know, I like the combination of the tomatoes, lettuce with the cheese. You know, it's a standard taco, but with the shell of the chicken, you know, you're really getting a different taste from the arrangement of the ingredients.
Yeah, because you get that the chicken on the outside there instead of just a normal tortilla.
Yeah, and instead of beef, traditionally tacos have beef.
So what would you give it?
I'd give it actually like a 8.5. 8.5.
8.5? All right.
It tastes pretty good.
Well, for me, I gotta say the texture itself was actually quite reminiscent of what I would like to call a soggy taco. You know, the kind of tacos that you leave in the bag a little bit too long or something, where it's not exactly the hardest yet it's not exactly too fall apart. So honestly, I have to say that I would give this probably a 6 as well in texture, and that's only because of the fact that, as well as I do favor the more soft like exterior and the softer texture of it, I kind of would like to maybe be a little bit more crunchy, but you can't get to expect too much when it's just a fried chicken out there. So onto the taste, I have to say I actually don't vary it a lot from my standard tacos that I get. I'm very picky, just meat and cheese, but you know, combined with the chicken, the sauce, the tomatoes, the lettuce, I have to give this a 9, mostly because it shocked me on how many different ingredients that we put into this, and the fact that I actually liked it very much. So I would have to give that a solid 9. All right. What about you, buddy?
Too moist. 3.
Okay.
Too moist.
All right. Now, what about the taste?
Too spicy. Too good flavor, but too spicy. I give it a 6.
Alright, got a 3 and a 6 on that scale right there. That's looking pretty good. I don't know the totals, but we'll send it on top of the board above the judges. Now we move on to the tacos. Alright, now that we've tried the chalupa, now it's time to go on to the taco. Now again, it's going to be rated on the same scale, and we're just going to pass this bad boy around here, and we're going to give it a little taste test. Oh, cool. That's better. Click up. Just a little more cheese there. Bite out this out. very good. I like that. Again, usually I don't get any with lettuce in it, but the lettuce is actually not too bad, I have to say. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, now that we're done tasting the taco, now we're going to put it on the same rating scale. So, Mr. Kunfisk, what would you say about the texture?
The texture was pretty good this time. The taco shells, they bake them. It was pretty good. So I'm gonna have to give it an 8.
8? That's very good. That's very good. What about the taste?
The taste wasn't really good. It's a standard taco. It's nothing extraordinary. They don't really try to spice it up. It's just a standard taco. So I'm gonna have to give it a 7 for that reason.
7? That's still in the good percentile, so that's a very good score for the taco so far. How about we switch it over? How about you, Kay?
You're too bland. Not enough texture.
So texture would be a...
Not diverse.
Alright.
4.
Alright, Special K, now what about the taste?
Too bland. Needs more spice.
Okay, so what would you give it?
3.5.
3.5. Alright. Pretty good score and decently well medium score. Well, for me, because this is my classic taco, for the texture style, I gotta say, it's got this nice crunchy exterior. When you kind of start working your way down the taco more towards the meat, that's when it gets a little more soft, but of course that's just because of the meat. So for the texture, I have to give it a solid 7.5 because I find the texture very well. Yes, I do. And then on to the taste. I have to say, considering the fact that there was lettuce and some other stuff in there and there wasn't just that much meat, I'd probably have to say I'll give it a 5 for a taste. I didn't mind it too much, but I didn't exactly appreciate it as much as I think I should. So that will be my score. Alright. Now, the scores have been tallied up there. Oh, one more thing. We forgot to do the Baja Blast, so we'll pass that around right now and we'll do that. Alright. Now, since we're only going off of taste on this one, since the texture is very limited, what would you say the taste is on that?
I would actually, they put too much ice in the beverages there. Probably just to keep them from having to put too much soda in there, I would infer. The taste wasn't very good. It was kind of watered down. It's very fresh, so it shouldn't taste like that if it's very fresh. So I'm gonna have to give it a 4 for that reason.
A 4? All right. Some of the same arguments I have on my side. A little more ice, a little more watered down. Granted, we did get this a little while ago, but it's only been what would you say? Maybe
like 10 minutes.
10, 15 minutes. So I mean, like all in all, not the worst ice decaying ratio I have ever seen. But I'll be a little more lenient with it. I'm not exactly a big Mountain Dew fan, but the Baja Blast is one of my special favorites along with Voltage. So I will have to give it a 5.5 on this one. 5.5 for Baja Blast. Thank you. Now, Special K, what is your final score?
Too much ice.
Okay.
Too much watered down.
Okay.
5.
5. All right. So we have a 4, a 5, and a 5.5. So that's a very good increase right there. All right. Now that we have tasted all of the food as is, we are now going to move on to the second step in our procedure, and that is lighting these things on fire, torching them as badly as possible, and then tasting them afterwards. So let's get outside and get right to it. Ta-da! We're here back out in the field today with our trusty blowtorch and the food that we are going to torch with it. Now, let's bring out some pieces here and let's get ourselves a torch in. We got one plate here for the, what is it called again?
The taco?
No, not that, these.
The wild chicken naked chalupa
The wild chicken naked chalupas. There we go. And get some more stuff onto there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we're also going to do it to the Baja Blast too, because we don't discriminate against drinks or food. Now, let's see what this bad boy can do here. We're going to leave him underneath the torch for about, what do you want to say, 20 seconds, 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
10 seconds?
10 seconds.
10 seconds, we're going to leave it underneath them. Ready, start the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, there we go. That's what we got right there. Now we're gonna go over to the Baja Blast. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. There we go. That's looking mighty good there. Now we're gonna head over to the taco. You ready? Count it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right there. That's how we do it here over at Will It Burn, just like that. Now we're done with this boy here, so we're gonna take him out of the way. Now, everything here has been toasted for 10 seconds using a propane torch, and that is that's entirely legitimate. That was a propane torch. All right, now that everything has been cooked with a propane torch for 10 seconds, now we're gonna give it a good old taste test. You guys ready? Grab a piece here, grab a piece here. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's make this quick. What would you give it on texture?
It actually crispified the shell a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
it did,
one of my
it did.
earlier complaints. So I actually really like the texture. The texture was more solidified by the burning.
Okay, give it a number.
I'll give it an 8.
All right, what about the taste?
Taste was still pretty good, pretty intact. It was a little bit crispy, but overall the taste still remained the same. So I'm gonna have to give it an 8 again.
All right, 8 to 8. What do we got over here, Special K?
Very crispy. Very good. I give it a 9.
All right, now for the taste.
I give it a 6. Not very much changed.
All right, cool. For the texture, I will give it a solid 7 because that did up it a little bit. But for the taste, I'm gonna have to give it a 4 because I tasted butane charcoal, like, it tasted absolutely terrible. All right, now into the Baja Blast. You guys ready for that?
Count me out, mister.
I'm guessing no good.
Taste is a 5, solid 5. All right, now we're gonna move on to our taco here. We're all gonna take a nice helping bite. Now remember, with the taco, we got outside of the shell and inside of the shell. All right, here you go. Pass it down the line.
All right.
And once you got your thought process through, don't be afraid to just go ahead and start giving us a rating on that texture.
For the texture remained the same. It was a little bit burnt, of course, as it is, but the texture remained the same, so I'm gonna have to give it a 6. You know, it wasn't really that good.
All right.
For the taste was definitely worse. I could definitely taste the butane in that one.
Yep.
You know, I'm definitely gonna have to give it a 4.
All right. How about you, Kay?
Texture still bland. 4. And flavor is butane. I give it a good 4.5.
All
Four and a
right.
half. All
Sounds
right.
good. In texture, I'm gonna give it a solid 6. Didn't really change too much. And actually, I'm gonna give it about a solid 6.5 for taste because I couldn't see much taste difference and it still tasted pretty good. So, yeah?
Yeah.
Now it tasted good?
Yeah, I guess.